Hi, this is Bob Maranto, managing partner of Bernstein Maranto. Wanted to have a series of discussions regarding the most common injuries that we see as a result of motor vehicle accidents. And in particular, in this case, obviously, I'd like to talk about spinal injuries. Tell clients that come in that we as attorneys need to understand the mechanics and the injuries of the spine as well as the doctors do, because you cannot have an effective cross-examination of a chiropractor or a neurosurgeon if you don't understand the medicine. So I'd like to have some discussion about the common things that you'll see in your reports or that doctors may talk to you about the injuries that you sustain. Here in particular, we have a spine, and it's been color-coded for us, and you'll see that these purple area here is what we would call the neck. It's the cervical spine, and these are spinal vertebrae that are numbered C1 through C7. The blue area here then becomes the thoracic spine, and the delineation between the thoracic spine and the cervical spine is you can come down to your first rib, touch your first rib, and that rib would then attach to the first thoracic vertebrae. And at the bottom here in the green is the lumbar spine. And when there are car accidents, this is a common area of injury. And I'd like to discuss some of the concerns that you'll see when you have this type of injury. Initially, you may have heard the term whiplash before. And the term whiplash comes about from what we call acceleration, deceleration. So specifically with respect to that type of injury, you can imagine that this person, if it were a person, is sitting in a car, and if they're rear-ended. What happens to the spine and the mechanics of this type of accident is because the sacrum is on the seat and the neck is sitting upright. The mechanics is that the neck will go backwards towards the accident site, in this case in a rear end accident, backwards this way. At that same time, the sacrum is still on the seat. As the car propels forward, the neck comes forward and flexes. So when we talk about whiplash, that is the acceleration and deceleration of the neck as a result of an impact, in this case from behind.